Good evening. Tonight, I would like to talk to you about the full moon in Aries. And in order to understand its energy, we basically have to look at the sign of Libra. Why Libra? Well, a couple of weeks ago, we had the new moon in Libra, and it is this new moon that is going to help us understand how the energy is going to work. Libra is the sign of harmony, is the sign of beauty. It's the sign of relationship, of partnership, of collaboration. And it is possible that at some level you may have planted some emotional seed into the soil of Libra, and that now you are basically caught in its duality. So, what does it mean? Well, for the people who don't know how astrology works, I will quickly explain. In astrology, we have the zodiac, and we have segmented the zodiac into 12 portions. Every portion corresponds to a segment of your life. So depending where the sign of Libra is located, you will feel the energy of the full moon in that segment. And you will feel the duality of Libra in that segment. So it is very much possible that in some segment of your life, you have the tendency to be way too often listening to others, way too many times at the service of others, or you allow other people to manage your life and take decisions for you. It's also possible that in some segment of your life, you feel that there's things that are way too superficial. So when the full moon arrives in the sign of Aries, it's actually activating those things. Let me give you a couple of examples. Imagine you have the second house in Libra, for example. Libra is the second house in astrology is the house of money, finances, and as well as the way you earn your money. So if we imagine that you have Libra in the second house, it might be possible with the full moon in Aries that you feel that you allow other people to manage your finances. And it's a time where you are going to say, hang on a second, why am I allowing this? This is a time where I want change. Now, let's take another example. Imagine you have it in the sixth house. And the sixth house is the house of daily work, routine, as well as health. Imagine that you work on projects at the office, but you have the tendency to be way too diplomat, and you don't like confrontations, and you allow people to, you do the work, and you allow people to get away with the reward for all the work that has been done. Well, with the full moon in Aries, you may trigger at an emotional level the fact that, hang on a second, that's it. This is a project that I'm going to be running on my own, and I will take the full reward for it. This is how it can manifest. So the full moon in Aries is actually an energy that comes, but it's actually quite belligerent, and it's channeled toward ourselves. There's a very strong desire for renewal. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, so it comes with initiation, with action. Not only is the first sign of the zodiac, but it's also a fire sign. So there's this very strong need to start new things, right? So the full moon in Aries actually gives you the desire for renewal, the desire to self-assert yourself. It also conveys a strong desire for independence and to build a self-image. It also gives you courage to start new things and to get out of your comfort zone, as well as plant the seeds of ambition. So you just have to be careful, because like everything in astrology, every sign and every planet always come with two polarities. And you don't want to fall into any kind of extreme. The ruler of Aries is Mars, and Mars is the god of war. So it actually can be quite aggressive, it can be quite competitive, it can be quite impulsive, and it's always too fast. So what can happen with a full moon in Aries is that you may want to reclaim your your power, or you may want to reclaim certain things in your life, but you might do it in an aggressive way. And this can trigger some discussion, fights, which is not really the goal. So, first of all, I invite you to admire this full moon in Aries, because it's just going to be beautiful. But then if you also have the time and the opportunity, I invite you to question, reflect, or even meditate. And I have a question for that. The question would be, how can I assert my own needs and still respect others? Because if you ignore other people's susceptibility, you are going to come across as someone quite selfish and aggressive, and that is not the goal of the full moon in Aries. The idea here is very much to find a way to assert your own needs, but still use the power of the sign of Libra and tap onto the skills of diplomacy and collaboration to find your own authenticity. That's it. I hope this little short video actually helps you better understand the moon energy. If you have any comments or questions, please put them, ask them. And if you want to learn more about astrology or would like to do your chart, feel free to contact me. I'd be more than happy to do your chart. And please put a thumbs up, share the videos, and I meet you in a month's time, where I will be talking about the full moon in the sign of Taurus, and we'll be looking at the new moon in Scorpio. Have a beautiful evening. Thank you, and stay tuned. Bye.